They're not in League of Legends, Pappy. What can he do? What can he do? We can't blame him. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the Old Sun Temple, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player representing Basilisk from Reynor, Finland. It is Serral. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, once again, same spawn locations exactly. Close spawns on the Old Sun Temple. We have the Italian Zerg, also from Basilisk. It is Reynor. Oh, interesting, as we are going to be opening up, and this time we're droning. We are droning, we're saturating again. Welcome to the Old Sun Temple. Random spawn locations you can spawn in: bottom left, top right, and bottom right. So 4 possible spawn locations. So it will be a risk to go for an early pool. As a result, both players are droning, saturating. No 10 pools, not here in game 1. We're calming down, and looks like both players will scout each other as overlords are sent horizontally across the map. Now, because of these very close spawns, we're expecting hyper-aggression. It is going to be a standard opener, that is true, but we're expecting, say, early Evo Chamber, early Carapace, early move-outs from both Serral and Reynor to try to punish each other's spawn location. We'll see. As overlords, we do scout each other. Scout each other. It's very different between Reynor and Serral. When it comes to ZvZ, Serral plays, Reynor plays very uniquely. I would say it's different between Reynor and everyone else. Like, if you look at Serral's play, it's very similar to like Shin and Solar and Rogue currently. But we'll get into it potentially. Like, I'm making assumptions here when it comes to mid to late game play. Like I mentioned earlier, for example, Reynor, he was going into like Ling Infestor Ultra, which we try to emphasize that's very Reynor. Like, no one else does it. Serral tried to do it last year with mixed results, so Serral, he abandoned it. Shin and Solar and Rogue, they feel like it's too greedy. They don't like playing it either. So it's very unique to Reynor, like that style. Which is cool. Like, it's cool that a player can have their own kind of like unique play style that's theirs. It's a little bit more iconic. For sure. So you could argue that's a good thing. I mentioned as well that Reynor, he does not like playing roaches in ZvZ, even though it's safer to do so. Doesn't like it. There we go. For now, we're going to be opening up. Link speed is on the way. We should just be playing standard from here. Just hatch gas spool into link speed into our third base. If anyone doesn't get a third, we'll point that out. And likewise, if anyone skips their bailiness, we'll point that out as well. We'll take notes. Yo, are we expanding towards each other? Okay, never mind. We are. Okay, Serral expanding towards Reynor, and Reynor expanding towards... we're touching tips, papi. Ay, ay, ay. Again, this is how small this map can be with these close spawns. We're on the same screen, papi. Okay, let's go. We can spine rush each other. We can... God, this map can be so uncomfortable. And again, this is one of the reasons why Reynor had a hard time defending last game, is because of these very close spawns. So when aggression starts going, it goes. As we do see Serral going for his Bailey Nest, Reynor is skipping the nest. Oh, that's way too soon. Yeah, he is. Okay, Reynor, he's skipping his Bailey Nest, so Reynor's being greedy here. As a result, there's going to be a window in time, of course, where Serral has Bailings and Reynor does not. Pre-Roach, of course. Pre-Roach. We'll see if Reynor can get away with it. Serral pokes in. Getting out a couple of Lings. Yeah, so far, better trade for Serral. Does catch 2 extra. Gets 2 more, slips into the bases. Serral, he confirms that a Bailey Nest is missing. Serral knows. He's now aware. Going back in. Gets back in. Gonna be deflected. Reynor applying pressure. Bailings are on the way for Serral. They're coming. Bailings are coming. Likewise, Reynor rushing into roaches. And so far, Reynor is getting away with it. It's getting away with it. Serral's just being more defensive. He cannot waste his banelings. So only 2. And Serral, he has gone away with a higher drone count, but I believe Reynor is intentionally not droning, of course. Yeah, he's intentionally not droning. Reynor's all in. He's going for a hashtag all in. It's going to be Roach Ling Bane. These banelings, we only need a couple of them, but the goal here is to protect the roaches. To protect the roaches. To make sure they don't get surrounded. And here comes Reynor. It's all or nothing. He's down by 10 workers. Completely all in. Which again is what we expect on Ultim Temple. We're just going for the all in. Serral, he's keeping up on the top side. Serral, does he still only have 2 banelings? That's crazy. Only 2. This is so risky here. There we go. Now morphing in 2 more. Getting up to 4. Reynor coming in. Ooh. 1 baneling is faded. One baneling goes down. Roach is trying to hold their own. Ooh, massive connection. And Reynor's pushing in. Reynor, he's pushing in. Getting us over the queens. Ooh, gonna be deflected. Yeah, barely deflected here, but there's just so much army for Reynor. He's overwhelming. Breaks through the roaches, breaks through the queens. Lings, they flood in. There's 1 baneling. Just 1. Nah, it's not gonna connect. Yeah, it's not gonna connect. And with that, Reynor, he has done it. He's breaking through the main army, pushing into the natural, surrounds the roaches. And Reynor, he should have enough here. He should have enough. Reynor playing it safe, pulling back those roaches, but there we go. Comes in for the surround. Boys are being pulled. Desperation out of Serral. He gets desperate. That's what the banelings are for. They come in to protect. GG gets pulled, and Reynor takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, Serral being greedy here, staying on a lower baneling count, droning up past 10 workers, whereas Reynor went for the all-in, and again, the map was helping Reynor with that all-in. Very close spawns. Again, we were right next to each other. Very close spawns, short rushes by grounds, and Reynor was able to catch Serral with his pants down. GG. GG, well played. With that, Reynor takes the lead in the series. We are loading to game number 2. Let's go. We're loading into game 2 here. Again, as Serral called out. Again, he was unaware of the baneliness, of course, so he didn't know how committed Reynor was going to be. He also lacked scouting at the 3rd base location, checking for drones. And again, had that much less time to react, due to the size of the map. But here we go. Here we go. We're loading into game number 2 here, and spawning in the bottom-hand corner of Blackrock, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player, the Finnish Zerg, representing Basilisk. It is Serral. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, going for the 10 pool. Let's go. Going for the 10 pool. We have the Italian Zerg representing Basilisk as well. It is Reynor. Here comes the 10 pool, Pappy. Now, Serral now has more experience against this opener, against this build, and I'm curious to see if he does go for an early pool here. Does he mind game his opponent successfully? Like, can he read his opponent? Do we go hatch first or pool first? Now again, Lambert had some more impressive defenses against 10 pools. I would imagine that Serral watched Reynor defending against 10 pool in GSL CK as well. I would imagine. And especially out, yep, there we go. Pool first. Wow, the read. Pool first out of Serral, 10 pool out of Reynor. Serral does, I mean, we flip coins basically. The players, they flip some coins, they gamba, and Serral, he does flip correctly here. He will have the advantage. I think I want to call this like a soft counter. I don't think it's a hard counter necessarily. We'll see when Serral takes his gases. We'll see. As Reynor, he's amassing lings, moving out across the map. Reynor is moving out. Also, you're an animal, Pecoetta. You're an animal. Oh, no. Early gas. So it looks like Serral, he's going to defend, and then he's going to try to counterattack with Link Flood. We saw this in the Lambert series as well. So early gases out of Serral. He'll have faster link speed as a result. Remember, 0 gas out of Reynor, so 0 link speed. Links, they poke in. Reynor, he's now aware, of course, it was a later hatchery. Boys are being pulled. And Serral shouldn't lose many drones here. Comes down to the controller. It comes down to the micro. Nice round. And nice round. Lings, they tanked. It's going to be 2 drone kills. Wow, 2 drone kills. Very nice defense by Serral. But it's not really about the defense. It's about the follow-up. It's about, oh, No, sorry, I thought it was taking gases. Never mind, he canceled the gas geysers. Okay. Did cancel the gas. So no link speed follow-up, but Reynor instead, the first take a gas geyser instead. Okay. We're getting rowdy. Getting rowdy here. Again, this early gas is abnormal. And Reynor gets a full scout. He confirms no gas out of Serral. Serral does sneaky gas behind this. Does sneak out the gas. Oh. Yeah, bit of miscontrol out of Serral as well, bleeding out Lings. I mean, Serral is still ahead. He's still ahead. But it's looking like Reynor's setting up for... No, never mind. I'm like, oh, is he taking his gas? Okay, he's going to have faster gas. Nope. Cancels. Serral gets a faster gas instead. And I'm curious to see what this is going to be spent on. Do we go into Link Speed or Fast Lair? Which is it? Always put that gas on. As Reynor should be full... He should just be walling off. Should be walling off here on 2 bases. If Serral does go... If Serral confirms the lack of gases, he can go for a faster 3rd base himself. And get a better economy. Serral's going to try to poke in. Checks behind the mineral line, confirms droning. But he should not get into the main. Doesn't get in. Link speed is on the way. Reynor, he's pulling a Lambo. Yeah, Reynor is going for the 3rd base. No shot. And Reynor should not be able to defend this 3rd. Should not happen. So we were alluding to it earlier here, but this gas geyser is very abnormal to get gas this quickly. So link speed is going to be coming as a surprise. Reynor's expecting that Serral doesn't have link speed. That's why he's going for the 3rd. But because Serral has link speed and Serral just confirmed the 3rd base, Serral should punish this. Should punish. As you can see, we have 8 Lings on the way, so Serral's going for the Link Flood, and the goal is to cancel the 3rd. There's a chance that Serral might even get more damage, but Reynor should have SimCity here. He should wall off. Here we go, Lings are amassing. Reynor, he does scout some Lings, which is not enough of a tell, not yet. Speed is almost done. Ooh, Reynor who will lose his Zergling. And now it's go time. Yeah, now it's go time. Now we're flooding. Moving out across the map. A much faster link speed timing here for Serral, and the 3rd base is going to be cancelled. Yeah, it's going to be cancelled. As Lings have arrived. No, he lets it finish. Oh, he lets it finish. That's a bold move out of Reynor. He's going to lose everything. He's going to lose all these Lings and potentially even the Queens as well. Yeah, potentially. You can see Serral, he's ready to pounce. Yep, he comes in with us around. Collapsing on the Lings. Better concave. Better service area. But the Queens are helping. True. Queens are helping out. And Reynor, he is holding. Hatchery went down to half HP. Big defense here from Reynor. Serral's not done. Roaches are amassing. Serral, he still wants that 3rd. He still does want it. And Serral, he's not droning. He's not droning. He's making roaches. Serral's coming. It's Serral's turn to all in. True. It's his turn, Pappy. And here it comes. Here comes the all in. It's going to be purely a Link Queen defense. Oof. Again, it's going to be a tough hold. As you mentioned, it was just so greedy for Reynor to claim this 3rd. So greedy. And Serral's here to punish. We're going for the base trade. We're going for the base trade. Let's go. Reynor, who'll try to catch some reinforcements. They might just commit into the natural. This hatchery will go down. There are Lings that him defends. Wow, Serral, he races back home with the Lings. He spotted all these Lings earlier with his Overlords. Serral, they killed the 3rd base. Serral, he has his own. Still pushing in. Okay, still pushing forward. Going for the wall, denying upgrades. Behind the Lings, they do flood into the natural. They tried to at least. Going for the Queen. He's going for the Queen, and Serral, he was a little bit out of position, but he does race back. He races back home. The Queen does go down, but he will save the mineral line. He will defend. At the same time, Roaches are pushing in. Bars are connecting. Ooh, catching an Overlord and the Spine. And Reynor can't keep up. Not like this. Not like this. That's Reynor. He'll lose too much. He will lose too much. Oof. As Clouds connect. Army floods forward. Catching up the larva. And now Serral doesn't have to stay at home. Now he does not have to stay back at home. He can push forward here, getting some of the queens, getting some of the ravagers. And Reynor just cannot keep up, not against his production. GG gets called, and Serral ties up the series 1-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played again. A very good read here by Serral, winding it back. Remember, how did this begin? Reynor went for the 10 pool, and Serral went pool first. So when it came to the opener, Serral, he was ahead. He had the advantage. That's why he had the higher drone count afterwards. And Serral made the choice to go into fast gas. He went into a fast gas geyser, into link speed. Reynor, he was caught off guard. He was hoping that Serral was cutting corners and skipping link speed and skipping gases. That's why Reynor went for the third base, and he got punished for it. It was impressive that he did hold on to the third, but Serral wasn't done. It wasn't just a Ling Flood, it was a straight up Ling Roach Ravager all in. Straight up all in. GG well played with that Serral breakthrough. And with that, we have our back and forth. And we'll see who takes the lead in the series as we load into game number 3. I feel like game 2 is also a good example of how Serral's been playing for the last like 2-ish years. I want to say 2-3 years. For those that are unaware, Serral, he used to have like a big reputation for being like a very standard player, but as of like 2024, I want to say, or even 2023. Basically, do you remember when in WTL when Solo was the Serral Slayer and Solo was like dominant against Serral? Like that experience, 10 pull again by the way, that experience changed Serral to the point where now he all-ins. Like now he's willing to all-in, he's willing to be hyper aggressive in ZvZ. Like since that Solar experience. Again, that was like end of 2023, I want to say, like around that era. But here we go. In the top right-hand corner, we have the Finnish Zerg player, the red Zerg, representing Basilisk. It is Serral. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have going for another 10 pool. Another 10 pool. We have the Italian Zerg for Basilisk as well. It is Reynor. Do we go pool first again? The answer. Oh, no. Hatch first. Okay. Hatch first out of Serral. Now this is going to be a much more difficult defense, not impossible, but a much more difficult defense here for Serral. This is ideal for Reynor. It is ideal. Let's go. Let's go. As things are amassing. Again, it's a big gamble here from Reynor. Hoping that Serral would this time be greedy, and it's working well. As it was a hatch pool gas opener out of Serral. Lings, they move out. They don't get spotted. Now Serral knows he has to hockey his workers, hockey his drones, cancels the gas geyser, and will soon pull the boys. Now when it comes to pulling the boys here, it's on Serral to make sure that he does not lose workers. I was gonna say any workers. He can't afford to lose like 2-3 workers, but we can't lose too many. Here we go. Boys being pulled. Lings, they do engage, and the dance has begun. Oh, so be careful. And it's okay to make use of this as a resource, like the health on the hatchery. Oh, as a couple of workers get caught out, they take a lot of hits. There's a nice little alcove here on this map in the mineral line. Ling production has begun for Serral. Oh! Pulls back to the alcove. Pulls back the weakened drone as well. Hatchery gets down to 40%. Ooh, and one drone goes down. He gets one, he gets two, he gets 2 drones. 2 drones so far. Lings have popped. And now Serral can fight. Yeah, now Serral can fight, and he will lose another drone. 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 drone kills. 6. A little messy towards the end. 6 drone kills. Ay. Yeah, some rough losses there from Serral. 7? Oof, 7 drones. And with that, Reynor takes a lead. Reynor, he now takes a lead. Reynor, he's now ahead economically. Better start for Reynor. And behind this, Reynor going for the faster gas geyser. Ooh, okay, so faster gas. With this, we go for a Ling Flood, and Serral, he's going to have a shaky defense. I mean, it's already shaky. Like, things are looking rough for Serral. Now, if Serral walls off on 2 bases, Reynor has the option to, instead of going into link speed, we can just go for the lair. We can just go into lair and then just go into 2-base lair instead. That is another option. Where do we spend our gas? Serral claiming his gas at the natural. Things they try to move in. Again, Serral's being as active as possible. He's trying to force out Zerglings, and it is going to be link speed. Okay, so Reynor, he's going into link speed. This will give Reynor a timing. He does have a timing available here with link speed over his opponents. Reynor's gambling a little bit. If Serral goes for a fast third base, he will lose it, which is why Serral should be walling off. But we'll see. So he does get the third. Ah. He's walling. Okay. Serral's playing it safe. He's walling off. Reynor, he will maintain the greater economy with a faster third, and Serral's just going for 2-base play. Just fully walling off for 2 bases. This is a good thing. If Serral tried to expand, he would have been shut down.
Queen birth successful.
Again, Serral staying on 2 bases. Reynor is going for a link flood. This is a little bit risky here. We're going for a massive link flood. 16 links are on the way. Bearing in mind that Serral doesn't have a third base, so it is much more difficult for a mass link to break a 2-basing player. Not impossible, but it's going to be much more difficult. Reynor, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, as this could have been drones, right? This, like, Reynor, he's now down in the economy. This could have all been workers instead. He made a choice. Yeah, Reynor made a choice. Link speed is revealed. Serral now knows. Serral's getting ready. He does wall off. And here he comes. Yeah, here comes Reynor. Serral, he did have forewarning. Full wall off here at the natural. Okay, fully walls. He's got 3 queens behind this. Secondary wall behind the Evo chamber. And Reynor, now he's forced to drone up. Late drones, late saturation. These things were not worth it. Yeah, they were not worth it here. Again, the wall doesn't even finish. And that lead that Reynor once had, that thing's evening up now. He's losing that lead. Now the game is evening up. Serral going for a Spire. 2-base Muta. Scouts across the map, confirms the lair isn't even done. No lair. Again, one of the reasons for this is because, remember, Serral didn't waste his resources on link speed. Right? Didn't waste them on link speed. He just skipped it. Reynor did go into link speed, and as you can see here, it was not worth it. Now, because of all this roach production, Reynor, he can still try to kill Serral as Serral is trying to switch into Muta play with like a roach all in. But oh no, never mind. There's a high chance that Reynor won't push with that roach speed, and if we're waiting for roach speed, then it's going to be too late. Again, the lair is too late. Roach speed is too late. I don't see a roach push happening. So these mutas, they're going to hit the field. They're going to arrive. The mutas are coming. And here they come. Muta production has begun. Again, Reynor still stuck at home until roach speed finishes. So there's no punish. The one advantage here is that Reynor, he did have a faster third, so even though he didn't drone, now he's able to have a higher economy. That is nice, but that's what the mutas are for. Amutas. You can see Serral's looking for the lings. Mutas are revealed. Now, what's important here? Only 5. Only 5 mutas. With Serral, intentionally, he's not going mass muta. It's only mutas to gain map control, to hunt down all these overlords. And behind this, Serral is doubling down on Roach Ravager. He's going Roach Ravager. And you can see he's forcing Reynor, big reaction, going to Hydras. Yeah, Hydra attack out of Reynor. This will hurt Reynor, as you don't want to make too many Hydras against Roach Ravager. as Roach Ravager is much more efficient, especially in the mid game. It's cheaper, it forces a micro out of your opponent. Pass to Serral. And music into the main. No Spore. Oh, yeah, no Spore in position either. 1, 2 drones going down, getting up to 3. Oh, yeah, 3 drone kills. Reynor, he commits across the map. He's got his match Roach. No Ravagers. Yeah, no Ravagers to defend. Uh-oh. Things are coming in as well. Reynor, he can break through. He can break through. Massive surround here. Reynor overwhelms all the Roaches. Serral's in trouble. Reynor's going for it. He's going for the kill. This is it. Yeah, pushing into the third as well. And Reynor looks like he may just have too much. Too much, Bappy. Doesn't kill any workers, though. Oh. Yo, where are we going? Okay, he doesn't kill any workers. He backs off. Reynor, he will lose this army to the mutas. 3 damage. The Roaches are going down. Back at home, we do have some Hydras. But that was surprisingly, yeah, no economic damage here. Only 2 kills. That's crazy. Like that was like Reynor, he was up what 10 roaches, like 10 supply with the roaches, 10, 15. That was it, Bappy. Reynor, he backs off. And with that, Serral's recovering. He's recovering. Catching up with economy. Building his own roaches. Reynor is still investing into more Hydras here. Still going into more. And I'm starting to like Serral's position a little bit more. Like Serral, he's stabilized, he's building up his Roach Ravager. Cheaper, more robust army. Now moving in. Again, typically in ZvZ, Hydras, they have their place against mutas, and they can be used, of course, to morph into lurkers. But head-on like this, like, Hydras, they do struggle. Here we go, Serral does commit. He's maxed. Great time is maxed. Nice biles. Very nice. Jesus. Biles will connect. Serral trying to go for a backstab. Reynor's keeping up. Ooh, Ravager's are too far back as well. There's Reynor. He is holding on. He's holding on to his third. Again, a bit of a messy assault here from Serral. Getting messy. Mutas are still alive. Yeah, they're the same 5 mutas. Shipping at the base. Oh. 1 muta finally goes down. Takes out one of the mutas. Serral, he's remaxed. Oh. Yeah, remax rebuilt. Does catch some Hydras. It does catch 1, 2. Oh, fire connects. And catching out more Hydras at the same time. Mutas, they do hit the gas geyser. Roaches, they come in towards the mineral line. Reynor's keeping up. He's keeping up so far. We'll lose a queen. Oh. And queen does go down. Serral getting more ground. And so he has more efficient mining. The worker count is similar, but remember, we have gold base here. We have hybrid bases. So he has more efficient mining. He's already transferring. Muta's getting caught out, which just means more room for Roach Ravager. Oof. Nice auto stepping. Oh god, the biles, they connect. Yeah, it does take the biles to the face. Ravagers go down. Heavy losses there for Reynor. Ay, ay, ay. The biles back. You see Reynor trying to surround. Trying to flank. He does attempt to. Serral comes in from behind. It doesn't get too much done. Reynor's ready. Reynor, he's ready for it. Oof. Once again, there are more Hydras getting caught. Reynor, he commits into the biles. It does avoid most of them. Okay. It does avoid, does sort of step in. But still can't break through. Yeah, not like this. Still under saturation. There we go. I was looking for the transfer. Now we're going to be transferring over. So again, the soup was like, well, the economy that was lying to you a little bit here. The workaround was similar, but only now we're saturating. Only now Reynor transfers. Oh, there we go. There's the unborrow. Getting on top of the army. Once again, files to graze. Reynor trying to break out. Due to lack of economy here, Reynor, he was not able to take up into lurkers. That would have been the ideal, to have a little bit more income to make use of these hydras. There's the pit. Thinking about that hive. Oh, good. What? The wilds do connect, Bappy. Yeah, so he backstabs once again. This time he gets in. Yeah, this time he gets into the mineral line. Catching in a couple of workers. Oh. Yeah, 3 drones going down. Roaches they bar. They attempt to harass. Being a nuisance. Oh, going back in a little bit too soon. Yeah, too soon, too premature. So we're getting too excited. Getting too excited, throwing away these roaches. Does buy some time, does take up a bunch of the supply here. Distracting Reynor. Reynor even getting supply blocked. Nope. It does get blocked. So it keeps rallying. We have, there we go. I was curious where the hive was. Hive has now begun. Oh. Better fight out of Serral. Reynor moves in, distracting Reynor. Reynor, he wants to break out across the map. Jesus, he did invest heavily into hydras here. 20 hydras. The issue here, we mentioned this earlier, but hydras are a little more fragile. They're a little more vulnerable. Like, they need roaches to buffer, otherwise they go down real fast and real quick. Hydras, they slow step in. Yeah, they're slow stepping forward. Trying to at least. Still no lurker den. So position micro. Once again, Serral just distracting. Picking up more workers. And I don't see Reynor pushing into this. He's going to go for it, though. Yeah, that right-hand flank is weak. Yeah, you can see here 4 hydras go to Elgurt. Yeah, rough engage there from Reynor. Vials, they connect. They rain down on the army. So many hydras just went down. Again, the hydras that were too far forward. And you can see Reynor plummet in supply. Oof, that was not the fight to take. That was not it, Pappy. And now Serral's counterattacking. He's going for it. He's going for the counterattack, going for the kill. Reynor buying time. But this is going to be an expensive army to lose due to all these hydras. It's going to be expensive. Oh, the bar. Let's go. The burrow. Oh, what? Yeah, Reynor, he does on burrow. Chasing across the map. Slowly backstabs. And he defends. Oh god, the wiles. Yeah, Reynor, he rushes on forward. Desperation out of Reynor. You can see Mass Changeling trying to move in, looking down the army. And this is the final push. The final push for Reynor, doing what he can. He will clean up with these Ravagers eventually, but here come the reinforcements. Yeah, the reinforcements have arrived. Serral moving in. Catching up more roaches. Back across the map. More drones are falling. And so he can afford to lose workers. He can afford it. He's up 20 drones. So So pulls the voice for a moment. Zones Reynor away. And Reynor has nothing left. Reynor, he has no bank, he has no economy. He can't make anything else back. Oof. There's barely any workers left to begin with. 3 more drone kills. Catching up 3 more. Now we finally have lurker tech available. It's too late. We can afford what, 2 lurkers? 3. Let's go. 3 lurkers on the way. And again, Serral had that boosted economy. His own mineral lines have been left untouched. At this point, Serral does also have to expand himself, as he is long distance mining. Needs to expand. And Serral's about to max out. He's about to max out. The only chance that Reynor has here is lurkers, and there's a world where maybe Serral overextends and pushes into lurker range and loses too much. But even then, there are Ravagers, right? And they're here to counter the lurker, to force a lift. Remember, there's no adapted talons. Files and lurker. Does force a cancel. Nice use of Talon Claws. There's, I want to say, 3 lurkers, right? Oh, sorry, 6. Oh, 6 lurkers. And we're just going to bypass. Yeah, we just get on top of the high ground. Buy on the first lurker. 1 lurker goes down to 5. 5 left. Oh, this healing is so good. So you just shark around. Lurkers are exposed. They do get a lot of hits in, by the way. Oh my god. That's still 3 lurkers going down. 2 left. Down to 2. Oof. Down to 1. Down to 1 lunker. We have 2 more coming into reinforce, but the hash rate goes down. The base falls. And no economy. Reynor can't keep up. It's just the lunkers, Pappy. That's all there is. Oh. Can Reynor getting brave? Getting brave, Pappy. Oof. And GG gets called, and Serral, who'll take a 2-1 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We'll take a lead again. A very intense back and forth here, and honestly, like there was a window where there was a world where we could have seen, right? We could have seen. Sorry, I'm just messing with the volume a little bit. We could have seen Reynor break through. If you remember, Serral, there was a window in time where Serral was rushing into muta play and Reynor was going for a big all-in. He was up, I want to say like around 15 supply of roaches, maybe more than that. He was pushing into the bases, and then when the mutas arrived, Reynor turned around. He turned around, he just abandoned his assault, and that allowed Serral to recover. Like Serral, he was looking rough. Like that was looking like a very difficult and very shaky defense from Serral, where he was pulling back into the mineral lines, he was pulling the boys as well. And that was Reynor's moment to punish, but he failed to do so. Failed to punish. Mutas, they got up and running. They gave Serral map control. He recovered from his deficits. GG. Remember, Reynor began with the lead. He killed a bunch of workers with a 10 pool. Reynor, he had the advantage, then lost it. Then did lose it. With that, we're going to be loading into Rainfall, a very small map of the map pool. Small map, short rushes by ground. Aggression is favored, and we'll see how aggressive our players are going to be. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Rainfall, we have the red Zerg player, himself. The finished Zerg for Basilisk, it is Serral. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Italian Zerg, the blue Zerg, making drones. No 10 pool. No 10 pool. It is Reynor. Let's go. Let's go. So, chat, where can we watch the Team League you're hosting? We do cast the Team League in the morning, so we're going to be casting it in around like 11 hours. In 11 hours time. 11 hours, it should be live here with the Crank Gathers StarCraft Evolution Team League. We're going to be casting it in English. If you want to watch it in Korean, it is currently live in Korean. So the live cast is in Korean. We're going to be doing the replay cast in English in around 11 hours. 11 hours time. Just as a heads up. The reason why we cast it via replays and not live is because live casting is exclusive to Chijik. And ZvZ is a Korean streaming platform, and usually it's not worth it for us to cast exclusively on ZvZ just because we don't really get a lot of viewership. We don't get much viewership. It's difficult for foreigners or people outside of Korea to find us on ZvZ, so we just settle for the replay cast after the fact on Twitch and YouTube. But yes, 11 hours, 11 hours. Otherwise, we're calming down. Calming down, we're settling in. Again, we have our hatch pool gas. Standard openers. Sorry, my apologies. Hatch pool gas out of Reynor. Serral does go pool first. So Serral, it looks like he was expecting a 10 pool. He was expecting a 10 pool. I don't blame him. I was also expecting one as well on Rainfall. So Serral going for a safe build. Reynor being greedy. Reynor will take a lead. Reynor, he will have the advantage. He will have that economic edge. Because of later expansion here, there's a higher chance that... actually, but it's still an early gas timing. I was going to say there's a higher chance that Serral just stays on 2 bases. I think there is a chance that that happens. Because he has a lower, like, lava rate and lower economy, then we might just see 2 base play at a Serral and go for a faster lair. We'll see if he goes into link speed or not. We'll see. Reynor, he scouts the hatchery. Reynor is aware that Serral went pool first. But Reynor doesn't know how early or how late the gas is. That's the one thing he doesn't know. Both players get link speed. Okay. Both players do get it. Oh, but Serral stays in. So he stays in gas. Interesting. Reynor pulls out, which is standard, right? It's standard to pull out of gas. The fact that we're staying in gas here tells us one of 2 things. Either we're going into heavy Ling Bane aggression, that's why we have all that gas for Baneliness and for Baneling production, or we're looking to take a little bit faster into either a faster +1 carapace or faster lair. But again, that's a lot of excess gas. And we have the answer of Roach all in. Oh, okay, Serral. He's spreading his wings. Spreading his wings, Pappy. Roach all in at a Serral. Now we see what all the gas was for. In my mind, I was thinking fast Baneliness or fast Lair, but no, it's going to be fast Roaches. Into a Roach all in. I was also thinking fast Evo Chamber. Meanwhile, Reynor is unaware. Reynor's just playing standard. Reynor's just going hatch gas pool into a 3rd base, into Baneliness, safety Baneliness as well. Standard play out of Reynor. Now, Reynor, with the Overlords, he sees no hatchery. There is no 3rd. That is suspicious. Like, something is a little bit off here. Now, his assumption, my assumption, would be that, okay, maybe Serral skipped link speed and he's going into the lair. But we can see there is no lair. We can see that it is an all-in. And Reynor has yet to confirm. He's trying to. Oh, wall is solid. Reynor fails the scouts. Doesn't see what's going on. No Roach Warren yet. This is looking scary. This Reynor is still droning. Like, the droning is fine, but the lack of Roach Warren is terrifying. And here he comes! Yeah, here comes Serral. He reveals his Roaches. Here comes the all-in. He's flooding links across the map. We have the Baneliness on the way as well. Hidden Baneliness here for the all-in. It's all or nothing. Either Serral kills Reynor or he dies trying. And again, Reynor, he did make extra workers. And Reynor, he has no defensive Roach Warren. It's going to be a rough defense here. It's going to be a Ling, Bane, Queen, Spine defense. No Roaches. And this can work if Serral didn't have Banelings. The problem is the Baneliness is almost done. It's almost complete. We can see Reynor, looks like he wants to try to catch reinforcements or just backstab. He moves in and... Oh, so he reacts. So he does pull away in time. Good defense, good reaction. Here come the Banelings. Yeah, here come the Banelings. Again, the only threat to Serral right now is the surround. And that's what the Banelings are for. That's why we have the Banes. You see Reynor trying to backstab. Banelings, he loses his own away. We're overextending. Yeah, Serral, he does overextend. He'll lose 2 Banelings. Yeah, big overextension. Ooh, once again, he throws away Baneling to Broodlings. Miscontrol out of Serral. Does have some miscontrol. Gotta be careful. Okay, Serral, he can now focus on the main push. He's got 4 Banelings. They move in. Oh. Does kite back. Yeah, does kite back. Does kite away. Baneling's gonna be spent, and Serral has to be careful. He spreads. Yeah, he does spread. He does splits. And Serral's done it. Yeah, with that, so he has done it. He breaks through all the Banelings. He's pushing further in. Roach production has begun for Reynor. Oof, Baneling connects. He's still got 3 more. Wow, he still has 3 more Banelings. He still has the, oh my god, massive connection. And with that, there is no surround. There is no surround. Oof. Everything falls. Vials, they smash in. So he's still flooding. Yeah, still flooding across the map. Gonna be forced back for now. Reynor trying to hold on. Like, he's down to 1 spine crawler, but he does have roaches. Like, roaches are slowly trickling out. Oh. Spine is late to burrow. The spine is late. Taking the vials. Oof. The vial connects. We're holding on to those Banelings. We don't want to waste them. 1 goes down. There's 1 left. Sorry, there's 2. Down to 1. Up to 3. Gotta be careful. And Serral, he's running up. He's running up behind this. Serral, he's down in workers. He's down in economy. When it comes to the upgrades, he's going to be up in +1 range. Like, we do see that Serral is transitioning. Reynor, not yet. What does Reynor have? Lair? No, no one does. Okay, no one has a lair. Reynor does survive. And the issue here is Reynor, he has to go for either a counter all-in or try to stabilize as well and try to just drone and recover. That's the Black Block Serral. We're getting messy. We're getting very, very messy here. It's very tense. Reynor, this might be a fake out. He's supply block, so it's hard to tell. But does look to try to force a reaction. Yep. So this is a fake out. Roaches are pushing. They reveal themselves to the overlords. And behind this, Reynor, he's droning up, and he's forcing 7 roaches out of Serral. So he's forcing a reaction. There is going to be a faster timing here with +1 range. So shocking around. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful. So he wants that overlord. He wants it. Oh, he gets it. Ooh, barely not. Yeah, it was misplaced. Misplaced the vials. Serral, he's still not droning, by the way. Serral, he's not droning. He's getting ready for wave 2. So it looks like he is going to be hitting with +1 range. I thought that he wasn't going to push without a lair, but he never got one. He never got a lair. He never got roach speed. So here comes the second wave, the second all-in for Serral. Meanwhile, Reynor, he did run up a little bit further. There's going to be a window in time, of course, where we have 0-0 versus 1-0. So Serral has that upgrade advantage. The army supply is also in favor of Serral. He's moving in. He has those extra Ravagers. Surrounds 1. Yeah, surrounds the Roach. Pushing forward. Files a zone. 1 Ravager gets caught. Gets 1. Just 1 though. Yeah, just 1. Ravagers, they do kite away. Nice kiting out of Serral. Moving in. Extra DPS, extra damage. And Serral's done it. Yeah, so he has broken through. Again, it was very dicey early on when it came to the initial all-in, but the second wave is going to be enough. Things are coming from behind. Boys are being pulled. A spine crawler goes down. And there just are not enough roaches here. GG, well played. And Serral, he will claim the series 3-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Serral, he will claim the series. Again, a very intense back and forth here. A lot of aggression, a lot of all-ins from both players, of course. We saw some Muta play. We saw some Roach all-ins, even from Serral here in that final game as well. And some 10 pulls out of Reynor. And again, that's what we expect here out of ZvZ. We did see a little bit of like mid to late game, kind of. But for the most part, there was still like a deficit coming into play. And we never really got to see like proper late game ZvZ, which is very rare to begin with. It's very, very rare to see like Lurker versus Lurker or Viper versus Viper. Just a little more aggression, a little more intensity, and with that, Serral comes out on top. GG well played. And again, we saw Serral, he did learn from his previous encounter with Reynor. If you remember, Reynor did initially bring Serral down from the upper brackets, but we saw a lot of 10 pulls, we saw a lot of aggression. Here we saw Serral mix in a lot of pool first. He mixed in a lot of pool first to kind of, to try to counter Reynor and kind of have him second guess himself. There's still a world where I could have seen Reynor force the ace match. I'm still thinking about the game earlier. I'm still thinking about washouts where Reynor, he had like a big timing available, he was pushing in, and then he lost faith. Like, he lost faith in himself, he backed off. That allowed the mutas to get underway, and it allowed Serral to recover. GG regardless. And with that, we're getting into the grand finals. Okay,